This is Gregory Pardlow reading Giornata 4, the first line of which reads, "An old husband's tale reckons that witches are children." An old husband's tale reckons that witches are children of sexless angels and their human eunuchs, angels whose self-restraint was inversely proportional to the power to silence their victims. Papa's maybes of a Zeus-like ravishment from above. Immaculate. Paul said women should wear an authority on their heads, by which he meant a veil, like a force field, to protect them from lustful angels. Adam copped angel lust from those self-same freaky mayflies who, in turn, learned their grift at God's extensive digit bulbing like molten glass at the end of a blowpipe. God got his from Greeks. Thus completes, like a network of shell companies, the history of qualified immunity. Every man should learn to balance a set of books that looks like an anvil instead of a veil on our heads for posture in the figurative sense, standing in God's eyes where God, like the future, is female, a prophylactic against patriarchy, a cork stopper in the mouth of a gun. About this poem. This poem is from a series that muses on the relationship between religions and patriarchy.
In Part 1, the story of IE band the Fasades left off in 1967. Part 2 picks up the narrative in 1968. In January 1968, the Fasades entered San Bernardino radio station KMEN's Constant Bands Happening competition. They tied for first place with the Peace and Freedom Movement. In February, a Hadassah Have a Heart Ball dinner dance and fashion show was held at the Inland Center Mall. The Fasades provided dance music for the evening. Proceeds from the event went to 2 medical centers in Israel. In March 1968, the Fasades entered Cayman's second Constant Bands Happening competition. They finished second behind IE group The Love Unlimited. In mid-March, the Kiwanis Club presented a benefit variety show. The Fasades shared the stage with a ventriloquist, a magic act, a hypnotist, a flamenco dancer, and guitarist. In late March, it was announced that the Fasades were entered again in the Teenage Fair's Battle of the Beat competition. The contest again took place from noon to midnight during Easter week at the Hollywood Palladium. A Sun article revealed that the Fasades placed second and were awarded $100 and a trophy. Standell Amplifiers independently gifted a full PA system to the Fasades. Reportedly, members of the first place group later became Kool and the Gang. Also in 1968, the Fasades made a return visit to the Sunset Strip, playing the New Talent Showcase at Gazzari's. On Cinco de Mayo, the Fasades performed at a West Side Fiesta at La Placita, sponsored by the San Bernardino Mexican Chamber of Commerce. June 1968 saw the band play a dance at the Frazee Community Center, hosted by the Rascals Teen Club. In October 1968, an auction and a homecoming alumni dance took place at San Bernardino High. The Fasades revisited their San Bernardino High School roots by providing music for the dance. To close 1968, the Fasades played a New Year's Eve party at the Aquinas High Gym, presented by the school's Booster Club. In February 1969, the Fasades played San Bernardino High's basketball homecoming Valentine's Day dance in the gym. In March, the Fasades were the subject of the Campus College program, aired on KVCR TV 24, San Bernardino Valley College's UHF station. Late March, the Fasades provided music for the Botillion held at the Orange Show Cafeteria. The yearly event honored the outstanding community contributions of African American young men. In April, the Fasades played the San Bernardino Valley College Spring Formal, held at the Indian Hills Country Club in Riverside. The caption read, "The Fasades entertained with various soul sounds from 9 to 1, unfortunately misspelling their name." In November, the Fasades played a Week of National Unity program in Redlands. They furnished the music for a downtown outdoor street dance. After some 6 years on the local scene, the Fasades broke up in 1970, not long after playing an April benefit for the Jimmy Durante Children's Fund. The Fasades shared the San Bernardino Municipal Auditorium stage with a ventriloquist, a mind reader, a fire dancer, a folk singer guitarist, and a second rock group. So what is the legacy of the Fasades? Over the years, there were some 20 musicians that were band members. Musicians left because of the military draft, marriage, management decisions, or musical differences. The Fasades were one of the earliest IE bands to feature musicians from Latino, white, and African American backgrounds. This diverse membership led to a diverse musical repertoire. Since most could read music, they could quickly learn and add new songs to their set. The Fasades' secret weapon was keyboardist, composer, and musical arranger Alan Lindgren. He had perfect pitch, and while driving could identify the tones on any car horn he heard. His skills allowed the band to play a repertoire that attracted an older, more sophisticated audience beyond the typical teenage crowd. In the color photo, he is seen with former Fasades guitarist J.T. In 1976, while touring Australia, legendary singer Neil Diamond introduced his band to the audience.
I'm going to take just a moment now to introduce what I consider to be one of the most extraordinary bands that I've ever played for. I call them the Neil Diamond Band, but they each have individual names, and I want you to meet them all, my band. We start on the left here. Alan Lindgren on piano. Alan, just wave to everybody. Say hi. I'm a little synthesizer, too.
In the early 1970s, Alan Lindgren had joined Neil Diamond's touring band playing keyboards. He eventually was promoted to the position of musical director. Alan Lindgren collaborated with Neil Diamond on a number of compositions. Lindgren also worked with music legends Frank Sinatra, Tina Turner, and Barbra Streisand. Lindgren was also a valuable behind-the-scenes partner to Neil Diamond in the studio. This undoubtedly contributed to his long working relationship with the pop music icon. In 2011, when Neil Diamond was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the man in the shadows conducting the band was none other than Alan Lindgren. In 2015, Lindgren retired from Neil Diamond's band after more than 43 years in the studio and on the road. He was the longest tenured member of the group. A second member of the Fasades who made his mark in the music business was saxophonist Gary Sisko. In the early 1970s, there was a hippie group from Ann Arbor, Michigan, named Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen. Many considered it to be the ultimate bar band. They disbanded in 1976. In 1977, leader Commander Cody reformed the group as the new Commander Cody Band. Gary Sisko played saxophone on their debut album, Rock and Roll Again. Along with the rest of the band, Sisko was pictured on the backside of the LP sleeve. Gary Sisko went on to perform with the band on its initial coast-to-coast tour, which had a summer showcase appearance in New York City. The New York Times reviewed the band's August 1977 appearance at the Greenwich Village Club, The Bottom Line. Gary Sisko joined the band with two other musicians from a Reno, Nevada group called the Sutro Sympathy Orchestra. He reversed the order of his first and last names and became Sisko G. Sisko's musical skills led to him being allowed to expand his studio solos in concert. Unfortunately, the band called it a day after less than 2 years.
Sisko G playing the sax.
In April 1990, Sisko tragically passed away in an airplane accident. At the time, he lived in Truckee, Northern California, where his friends installed this memorial plaque in his honor. As of 2024, two former Fasades are still active musicians in the IE. Ray Ballesteros on alto sax and Ray Duran on drums. In the late 1960s, the Fasades recorded and released a pair of singles. Part 3 will provide the opportunity to listen to both sides of the first single.
Now, I wonder if you're going away on holiday soon, because if you are, perhaps you'd like something new to take with you. Rachel, hello Rachel, you've been with us before, haven't you?
Yes.
Well, Rachel's going off to Cornwall very soon, and she asked me if I could make her a skirt. It was very quick and easy, and also wasn't very expensive, and this is what I made for her. I got the material in a sale, and it's red, white and black, and I expect you can guess who the figures are all over it. They're, of course, the Beatles. And it's very easy. It's one long strip of material with 6 pleats put onto a waistband and then hemmed, and I added a pocket. And over here, I've got a length of material that I've already cut for Rachel, and I'll show you what we do next. Sew it. Do you like it?
Very much.
We're going to have a lovely holiday, and thanks for coming along.
Jennifer over there made some arcane requests to potentially re-release this record, which I don't think I can afford to do, but I did listen to it for the first time in about 15 years, and I actually was like, it's a good record. Which I don't listen to.
I knew that.
I don't listen to.
You don't sit around listening to your records?
No, that's a prescription for alcoholism.
Madness?
But this is a song called Bittersweet. About you, but no sense of peace that I've ever found has really ever stopped all my worrying. Stop me thinking about sad things. Stop me thinking about intents. Well, I have stumbled on hope, but still I've never really found it in all my worrying. But tonight are on fire, and you will hold me while I'm shaking. Miss your touch as soon as it's gone. No, I'm thinking about that now, and how it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet now, baby, but it's blind love. It's bittersweet now, baby, but it's blind love. So late on the uptake, we'll do another round. Well, the razor's cut, it's sharp and true, and he draws the water right out of you. Turns your heart to well one if they're telling you
Excuse me.
Yes,
Excuse me. What's new in cat food?
today's your lucky day. So every time you eat, you get everything you need.
You know, that's great. I'll take it. A tasty, dry cat food. That's what I've been looking for.
Every cat comes in here switching to flavor packs.
Welcome to Brown Box. I'm your co-host, Brian Harsh.
And I'm Chris LeRoy.
Bring anything today?
I did bring something.
What you got?
So
There we go.
from 1976, Flaming Groovies,
Nice.
Shake Some Action. Again, one of the most influential albums in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And very unsung band. Flashed through pre-punk era,
Mhm.
more like pub rock thing,
Sure.
but they're not a pub rock,
Right.
rock band. They're like the heart of rock music, the heart of rock and roll music. And
Mhm.
you hear earlier versions of the Flaming Groovies, and they're sort of making that bridge between rock and roll music.
Right.
And because you can see their intense love
Yes.
for the music that came before, and they create something that would have stood the test of time in the 60s, and they would have been as celebrated as big name bands,
Right.
bands, because of the song quality, the sound. Dave Edmunds produced it, and when I listened to it, I thought, well, this has to be a reissue for something,
Sure.
because this couldn't be music from 1976, and I probably got it around 78. maybe.
Okay.
So right in the cusp of the bands that I was going to be involved with.
Sure.
The Dangers were starting up, and then when I'd make my little cassette mixes and we'd be driving to the band practice, I remember sharing this with John. I say, this is great music. Tony loves it.
Mm-hmm.
You love it. And John still sings Shake Some Action as a part of what they do within, we did in the Dangers. But the Flaming Groovies captured kind of the feel of kind of Beatles song construct. Dave Edmunds gave him the sound of the studio and the mics and whatnot, and yet it doesn't sound like a throwback. They're not like copying the Beatles.
Yeah.
It's like a band who would have coexisted during that time.
Sure.
And they just happened to show up. It's like they got on the wrong train.
Yeah, right. You look at them.
Yeah.
Like, look at the back. They're all hanging out.
Yeah.
They're all in suits.
They're all in
right?
suits.
Which
They
is
got on the
cool.
wrong train
Mhm.
somewhere in the
They got
1965,
lost.
and it kept going.
Yeah. They're in a time warp.
And they got
Yes.
off the train, and it was 1976. It says, "Damn, we have all these great songs.
Uh-huh.
Shake Some Action." Sometimes, yes, it's
Mhm.
true. Yes, it's true.
Mhm.
I mean, all these are just like classic songs that, if they had gotten off the train earlier, they would be one of the most celebrated bands, and they still can be. I wouldn't change a molecule on this album, and it was special to me. It was special to my band, because we said, "Oh my goodness, there's a band we want to be as cool as the Flaming Groovies, and someday we'll get there."
Yeah.
But
The UK band, right?
Yes.
So it's like when they came out, like there weren't, this is like the Clash were just kind of like starting, or they were just like starting to get bigger.
Well,
right?
there was all the, Bridgely Schwartz, there was all these pub bands, Graham Parker,
Yeah.
that they launched in these English clubs,
Uh-huh.
and the Ramones hadn't landed in England and just
Right.
injected everybody
Just about to.
with just
yeah.
the power and the speed of the
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Man, Dangers would be in the middle of, we started in 1979. So we were in the middle of all the punk era.
It's a good year, a lot going on.
Wonderful, wonderful family of musicians, especially out here in the Riverside area, between here in LA, San Bernardino, the Beat.
Yeah.
We would be in these shows at the Ritz or at the Beat or somewhere local, and there'd be like 4 punk bands, and then the Dangers in the middle, and then 4 more punk bands.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, it was like, "Man, you guys aren't cool. You're not punk." And all I had, I was just like, "You need to listen to the Flaming Groovies and come back and talk with me."
There will come a time when I get weary. There will come a time when I can't see. Even when I close my eyes, see what you've done to me. Just a little bit.